In today's video, I'm going to give you some intelligent options to increase your survivability.
This is what would increase his survivability in that situation, and what will increase your survivability in any situation you find yourself in where you're fighting multiple aggressors at the same time.
Hey guys, it's Sean. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about Detroit Threat Management Center, also known as D.U.S.T, D-U-S-T, whether or not I believe that they're legitimate. So I've been watching the D.U.S.T videos way before it went viral. And do you know how Dale Brown's videos got viral? It's because of all the YouTubers were criticizing him. They were making memes. Matter of fact, I want to show you one. There's this video. There's a couple of YouTubers out there, Instagrammers, where they have a gun to their head and they use one of the techniques that Dale Brown has showed them in the video, and all of a sudden they fly to heaven.
Don't move! Swear to God. Swear to God, bruh. See, I knew this shit didn't.
Taking you to a secondary location. If you believe your life's in danger and you can't trust them with the gun to the back of your skull, here is an intelligent option that can help you. He is going to shoot if I move.
Ah! Are you serious? Are you serious?
After watching all of these memes, all these videos where they refer to Dale Brown as a fake, a fraudster, after watching these videos, my question that was to these comedians and other YouTubers is this: what is the better technique? What is a better way? And some of the comments that are made out there were, hey, if you don't know martial arts well, you don't know fighting well, you're not going to know better, and you're going to think that his techniques are legitimate. In a way, that statement kind of alienates a lot of the population, a lot of his viewers. It kind of separates them because they're thinking, well, okay, well, you could be right because I don't have those qualifications. And there might be some truth to that, but this is how I look at Commander Brown at the D.U.S.T videos. A lot of the techniques are only effective when they're within arm's reach. They're within that conversational distance from here to here, within arm's reach. A lot of techniques will not work. There was one technique where he talked about carrying around, not carrying around in the chamber, and I have a lot of reservations with that. I actually responded to him on his video. I was one of the first ones to make a comment. I said, hey, sir, what would happen? It was something to this degree. You know, what would happen if you're at the store and you are carrying concealed? You have a gun with an unloaded chamber, and the other hand is packed with groceries. Can you do a video on how you would chamber around? So there was a point in time when he changed the title of the video from carrying a unchambered round or chambered round to the Israeli carry. And I think the Israel carry, I don't believe that people that are going to be actively engaged in combat, I'm talking about soldiers in Israel, I don't believe that they carry an empty chamber all the time. I think those soldiers that there's a very good chance that they're going to engage in combat, they actually chamber around. Again, I could be wrong. I have never worked for the IDF. I do know that I have some followers on this channel that have worked with the IDF, or they're familiar with the way that they carry their firearms. But anyhow, he changed it to the Israeli method. Guys, I change my title all the time, so I don't see any problem with that. He did respond to me, and it was actually a lengthy response because I did tell him that there's going to be a lot of people that are in opposition with carrying an unloaded chamber. He's going to get some backlash on this video, and I think he realized that and gave me a long explanation. He did state that basically you're going to most likely go hands-on before you use the firearm. He did say that when you're in close quarter combat situation, if you end up discharging your firearm into this person, there may not be that blood loss, that significant amount of blood volume that is needed to just cause that shock, just to cause that person from stopping. And that's actually that's a truthful statement, you guys. I've seen that in real life as well. So there is some legitimacy. I do appreciate how he responded. I also saw that about 3 weeks later or 4 weeks later, some of the well, one of the YouTubers that was making fun of him and who made a video of the suspect pointing a gun to him and then him disappearing to heaven, he actually showed up on the channel, and Commander Dale was doing some techniques, and he said, "No, hey, this guy's legitimate." That's I mean that's great. And then there's a lot of police officer testimonials on there, and they say that hey, they said they they have stated on other videos like, hey, I use this technique and it works. This guy's legitimate. Some critics are going to say, well, you know what? These officers who are saying that they were involved in a real life life and death encounter, they don't even disclose their name or their agency. That's a warning sign. But let me tell you this: if you're engaged in something like that, you're probably not authorized to talk to the media. And that maybe that case is currently under investigation. It's also a possibility. But you normally do not give a statement um, about what happened in front of a camera, but also and give your name and your agency. You normally don't do that because, again, you're not authorized to give those types of statements. And it really doesn't matter what state you're in. So I do see that. So yeah, there's always question mark. Are these real police officers, real people that actually had to use his techniques? Okay, there's always that question of that. Um, but I do like his techniques, and what I like is he's providing some type of solution to a problem. So these situations where there's a gun to your head already, how to get out of it. Well, yeah, you want to move off the X. I agree with that. But a lot of these people who criticize them, they don't make their own videos on how to get out of those situations. They just criticize them movement by movement, frame by frame, and it's easy. It's so easy to do. So it's so easy to tear apart somebody's procedure, somebody's technique. It's so much easier than developing your own technique. See, you develop your own technique, hundreds of people can critique you on that. They could slow everything frame by frame. Yet a lot of these people, they don't come up with their own videos, and that's disturbing because a lot of these YouTubers, I find that they're credible, but I'm waiting for a video where they would address the same situation, and some don't want to do it because they don't want to establish or create liability. I see that, but that's why you put disclaimers. And also, just because you make a video, that doesn't mean that if somebody gets injured as a result of that video, that is some type of nexus to your video and that injury. That's going to be far fetched. It's almost like you being able to sue some of the best novelists out there that write these murder stories, and somebody actually using the plot to commit a real crime. I just don't see somebody having that legal disadvantage. I mean, it's possible. Another issue is this that a lot of people see is, hey, if you use these techniques, you're going to end up getting killed. But the thing is that a lot of the techniques that he's showing, you have to keep practicing, and I think probably that's his fault, or a fault with the company is there's not a disclaimer there or some type of discussion at the beginning of the video like, hey, this is to be used for only educational purposes. We recommend that you bring this technique or this video to a licensed or a certified instructor or qualified instructor in your jurisdiction and talk about these techniques that we're using and see if they'll work and see if they're applicable, or see if that instructor will um, work on those techniques. But there isn't that type of disclaimer, and I think that's probably the only negative aspect of Dust, and all the videos that Commander Brown makes. So I am a fan of Dust. I do understand the limitations, but I want to see some type of technique, and I know that most of the techniques involve you being within arm's distance, and a lot of techniques involve or actually require some type of cooperation from the suspect. I mean, maybe some, but I want to know something rather than nothing. And that's why, again, I'm a fan of D.U.S.T. Not all the techniques work. I On another video, which I'll show you in a minute, Commander Brown somebody draws a gun on him, and he's able to produce a firearm and return fire with the airsoft pistols that he has. And then when I saw the video, I was kind of confused, like, hey, wait a minute, you just said to carry with an unloaded chamber, and now you're carrying that. So
Detroit Urban Survival Training. Right now, we're going to share with you what you can do to increase your survivability in a situation where you're armed, faced off with an armed aggressor. In this situation,
he gave me a thumbs up that he would do a video on a similar situation where there's an unloaded chamber, but to date, there's nothing yet. I don't think he's going to respond to me, but I'm going to remain ambitious. He's getting so many inquiries from all types of people, the media, people who have some valid qualifications. So anyhow, let me know what you think. I don't believe that his techniques are one size fits all, but I believe it's something to, his techniques are something to build on, something to work on. Let me know what you think about D.U.S.T, Commander Brown, Dale Brown, and let me know what you think about active self-protection. If you think any of these firms or training companies, whether they're legitimate, let me know why you think they're legitimate. I'm interested in knowing that. And anything else, any comments, questions, concerns, looking forward to the dialogue. Take care.